Okay, it is time to start. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Moxie Monday. Can you guys see my screen okay? Yes, can you guys see it? Good. Thank you, Debbie. Alrighty, today we are going to be going over something that is in Moxie Engage, and that is going to be setting up the holiday campaigns for the year. I know that we're kind of at the end of the year, but this is also when a lot of the holidays do fall, so it's never too late to set this up. And this is also a good refresher just on how to set the campaigns up through Moxie Engage in general. So I'm going to go ahead and click into my Engage up across the top of my Moxi screen. And this is, of course, going to open us up into our main dashboard for Engage. And then from here, I'm going to navigate up across the top here to where it says Campaigns. And once I do click in there, I will be on my campaign home screen. You'll notice there's a couple different options up across the top here: My Campaigns, eBlast, Neighborhood News, Listing Announcements, and My Emails. These are all things you can click through and navigate to check on different things. If you want to check on your neighborhood news, you can do that here. But today we are going to be focusing just on this main screen for campaigns. So it's automatically set to show me all of my campaigns that I currently have in my library. So this is going to count everything that is running, anything that's awaiting setup, which means I haven't exactly set up my participants and actually hit that run button yet, as well as some of the archived campaigns as well. So to add in a new campaign, if you haven't added any in, then this will be blank. There won't be anything added in here. But to add a new one, we're going to go up into the top right-hand corner. There's a blue Add from Library button, and that is where we are going to click. This is going to open us up into all of the different campaign options. Now, like I said, today we're going to focus on the holiday campaigns. However, as you can see here, there is so many different campaign options for things that you can set up to have go out to any specific clients or even your whole sphere if you would like to. Okay, sorry about that. I had to mute someone. So when we are looking at this list, I'm going to find where it says holiday. And if you see here, we have a holiday 2024 Spanish and then the standard English one as well. I'm going to choose the English one. And then across the right-hand side, I'm going to click where it says Add to Campaigns. And this is going to give me a little message up here at the top that says Added to my campaigns. And then I'm going to hit that close button. And now when I'm back at my main screen, you'll see that it popped in right here at the very top. I'm going to click into it to open it up and see what we're working with. So when you first open this up, it's going to show you all of the holidays that are added into this campaign. So any holidays that have previously passed or already been sent out are going to be grayed out. Like I said, we're kind of at the end of 2024 now, so all of these are not going to be relevant. If you are setting up a holiday campaign, this will have to be redone every year to refresh it for the next year. So these are specific only to 2024, which is why we do have the date right there in the name. So you will have to redo this come January 1 after this campaign expires. You would have to go in and do the same process. Part of the reason for that is, if you notice, this also tells you the exact days that these things are going to be sent out on. So it has them scheduled on a cadence that is synced to our brokerage. If you keep this synced, which I'll go over that a little bit more in detail in a minute, if we try and make any changes to this by editing the schedule or doing anything like that, we're going to get a box that's going to pop up that says that this will break the sync. And what that means is that if this is synced up to what the brand has set up for their schedule and the order of these to go out, if there's ever any problems that they catch, maybe there's a typo in one or the date needs to be adjusted, if they go in on their end and automatically change that and update that, it will not feed over to yours. So if you do make any changes to the campaign schedule here, this will break it from getting any of those updates that might happen. And I'm going to hit cancel down here. So I would recommend never editing the schedule on any of these that are set up on a specific date cadence. That way, like I said, if there is ever a time when maybe there's a typo or they want to swap out the image or they add a new holiday or anything like that, your campaign will be updated automatically and you won't have to go in and do anything with it. So if you are also looking through this list and you notice that maybe there's a holiday that is not listed that you want to send out to your sphere, for example, you'll notice here that there is a Happy Holidays one, but maybe you celebrate Christmas and you want to send out a Christmas holiday message to all of your sphere as well. There is a way to add in any of these missing holidays or any extra holidays that you want to incorporate. The brand made this to be as inclusive as possible and also respect everyone's individual beliefs. So there is holidays on here that, or holidays missing, I should say, that you may want to incorporate. And there is a pretty simple fix to that, which I will show you here in just a moment. If you do want to keep this just as is, you don't really want to add anything else, you're happy with the holidays that appear, all you have to do is up at the very top, you'll see there is a box for recipients that is kind of grayed out. And over towards the right, there is a button that says Set Up. When you click this, this is going to allow you to actually add in your recipients. So obviously I haven't added anyone yet. I'm going to go up to where it says Add Recipients up towards the top. And then to the right-hand side, there's going to be a little bubble that opens, which will allow me to either add people individually. So I could go through here and check people as I wanted to add to this, or I can toggle over to where the groups are, and I can select any of those specific groups that I had made as well. There's also one for all current contacts. So if you did want to just send this out to everyone, which is never a bad idea, you could select this and it would automatically check everyone that was in your engaged contacts. And remember, engaged contacts sync from your G Suite account that's provided by the company. So any groups and any contacts that you do have in your email will feed over to Engage. If I go ahead and I'm going to uncheck these. If I go over to my groups and check one after I have it selected the group that I want to, all I have to do is hit the add button. And then you can see it added in these people. And then I would just hit the save button down here at the bottom. And you can see that now this box for recipients is no longer grayed out because I do have people sitting in there ready to receive this. Now, in order to actually hit go on this, we do have to have the run campaign button pushed. If you do not want to run this campaign yet, say you maybe want to make some tweaks, but you just kind of wanted to get it set up and ready for when you are wanting to send it out, you can hit finish later and it will show up in your dashboard and allow you to come back and make edits. However, if you are ready for this to be set up and start going out to people, again, on these dates listed here, then you would go ahead and hit the blue run campaign button and it would automatically send that out for you. I'm going to go ahead and navigate back to my main campaign screen and show you guys how to add in those missing holidays that you might want to incorporate. And again, this process is going to be the same for any of these email campaigns. So I'm using the holiday one as an example, but whether you're adding a seller campaign, a buyer campaign, a home maintenance campaign, any of that stuff, this process is going to be the same for any of them, which is very nice. Okay, so jumping into how to add any missing emails or individual emails that you want to send out to anyone in your sphere. We're going to do part of the same process. I'm going to go up to the top right-hand corner where it says Add from Library. And when I click that, what I'm going to be looking for in this list of campaigns is Create Your Own, or it says something to that effect. There it is. Create New Campaign. So I'm going to add this to my library by clicking Add to Campaign. And again, it pops right up there in the front and center place in your dashboard. And when we do click this open, you'll see that there is nothing here. There's no emails added to it. This is just a completely blank canvas that you can set up. Now for this one, we are going to edit the schedule. So I'm going to hit Edit Schedule here on the right-hand side. Again, it's going to ask me, are you sure you want to do edits? This is synced with the brokerage. This is an empty email campaign, so there isn't anything to sync on this particular one. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Confirm. Now you'll see where it opened up a spot where we can add in an email. So all of these holiday emails and any other individual emails are automatically added into the brokerage campaign library, and then you can just select them to add in here. So I'm going to click this blue Add Email button. And then it's going to give you a drop down where you can select what email you want to send out. So I'm again going to use the example of Christmas. I celebrate Christmas, so I want that to go out to my sphere. I'm going to click this drop down and then I'm going to find it. Of course, it's the first one, lucky me. So I would just select this Christmas right here. There is a ton of different options though. Look at all these extra holidays that you have the ability to add in. There is also things that are not holidays. Here we hit some of them here. So there's different emails that you can take a look at and add to just send out periodically on your own schedule, your own kind of maintenance that you make. I'm gonna click on that first one for Christmas. And since this is not set up to the brokerage, we do have to select a date for this to go out on. So I'm just going to select maybe the 24th. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit save down here. Now, if you did want to add multiple emails to this, if you wanted to add multiple holidays to this that maybe are missing from the brokerage one, I would just hit add email again, and then I can click on any of these other ones and add them as well. So I would recommend if you are adding to, say, the holiday campaign, for example, you're going to want to probably rename this, which I'll show you in just a moment, so you know where all these extra emails are sitting. Just going to pop a random date in here. So once I have those sitting in there, I'm going to go ahead and hit the blue save button. And then again, we have to go back up to this top box that's grayed out for recipients and hit setup. I'm going to have to again hit add recipients. And then it's going to be the same process as before. So you can either select people or groups. Remember, we have the ability to do our whole entire contact list, which is awesome. And then you would just hit add. And then if you added your recipients, you could either choose to run that campaign now or finish it later. Now, like I said, you can change the names of these campaigns. So up at the very top where it says create new campaign, that's the name of the one that we added in, but maybe I wanted to rename this to say extra holiday emails. I would just click this blue edit name button, and then I can customize that name. And then hit save. And then if you had multiple of those that you set up, as we saw, there's a ton of other emails that you can add into a generic campaign and have set up on a date cadence. You could name it according to what they pertain to, and then you would be able to easily go in and make changes or know when you need to add new information to that as well. So I'm going to go back into my main campaign screen here. So now you can see that change that I made to the name is there. My holiday one is set up, and I would be good to go then. Is there any questions that anyone has on this before we jump off? And like I said, this whole process that I just went through for adding campaigns is going to be the same whether you're doing a holiday campaign, a home maintenance campaign, really anything. So it is going to be the same steps. You're going to add it to your from your library, and then go ahead and add the recipients. Make sure you hit that run button. If you don't hit the blue run button, it will not be going out to anyone. So you do have to make sure to hit that final step. And if you are ever unsure of if you've actually set one up to be running, Again, you can always check these boxes up here across the top. So my first one is going to be all of my campaigns. The next one is going to be awaiting setup. So these are ones that I have not hit run yet, but maybe I have recipients in or I've added them from the library. Next box over is going to be anything that is running currently. This one is from 2022, so this would not be running because we are no longer in the year 2022. You can also pause campaigns if you want to. So once you have one running, if you want to pause it for any reason, you do have the ability when you click into them. So I just clicked into this old 2022 one and I can hit pause campaign and then nothing else would be sent out on that schedule until I hit resume. So that's a nice feature as well. And I don't see any questions, so I'm going to assume everyone is good there. Thank you for joining me today. As always, this recording will be up on the Schmidt Video Classroom later today, and I will see you all next time.